Assalamualaikum. Today the three of us from group 2 will be explaining furthermore on logical connectives. Okay, to start, mathematics works according to the laws of logic, which specify how to make valid deductions. Okay, in order to apply the laws of logic to mathematical statements, first you need to understand their logical forms. So these are the 5 logical forms or logical connectives: negation, conjunction, disjunction, conditional and biconditional. Okay, when applying laws of logic in maths, we will use these 5 symbols.
Example 1. We have the question given the logical expression not P, conjunction not Q, disjunction not P, conjunction Q. A. Draw the equivalent switching network for the above logical expression. So we need to know this disjunction is a parallel circuit and conjunction is a serial circuit. So first of all, we need to draw the terminal A and B, and we draw the disjunction because this junction is between two expressions in this. So we draw the parallel circuit, move up and move down, and we draw the conjunction in this expression, not P and not Q, and not P and Q. So we connect two line and go to terminal B. So next, B. Use the rules of logic to simplify the given logical expression. So given the logical expression like this, and if you look at this expression, we can use the distributive law with not P times in this bracket and Q also times in this bracket. So look like this. So this is a distributive law. Next, if you look at this expression, we can use the absorption law because we have the two same, which is not P, and we get not P with the absorption law. And in this expression, we can use the distributive law with Q times not P and Q times not Q, and look like this. Next, we just copy the not P, and in this expression, we can use the inverse law in not Q or Q, and we get T. Next, we copy the not P, and we use the identity law in this expression, and we get not P or Q. Next, we use the absorption law in this expression, and we get the not P.
Question number 2. Construct a truth table to determine whether the following statement is a tautology, contingency, or contradiction. The statement is if A or B in bracket and not A in bracket, then B. First step we need to do is to create a table. As you can see, there are 6 columns. The first column is column A, second column is B, third column is A or B, fourth column is not A, the fifth column is the combination of the column 3 and column 4, and the last column is the statement itself. In the first column, we will put true, true, false, false, and in the second column, we'll put true, false, false. In the third column, it will be true, 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 and false. It is because if any of the two columns has true value, then the output is true. As you can see, here is false, so the output will be false. And for the fourth column, it is just the opposite of the first column. So it will be false, false, true, true. In the fifth column, it is a combination from third and fourth column. So it will be false, false, true, false. This is because the output will be true if and only if both of the value here is true. As you can see in the third row, in the third column is true, and in the fourth column, third row is also true. So the output is true. And for the last column, it is the statement itself. As you can see, we will get true, 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 true. This is because in if operation, everything is true except if the first one is true and the second one is false, then it will get false. As you can see, we can compare. The only one that starts with true is here, and if we compare, it is also true. So if it's not true and false, it will become true. Therefore, it is all true, 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 true. So the statement is a tautology because the true value contains true only. Do you guys have any question?
Example 3. We are given an argument without a conclusion, so I think we will have to find it. Okay, consider the following arguments. If Ahmad takes a walk, then it is not raining. If it is not raining, then Siti will go shopping. Siti does not go shopping. Therefore, okay, the first question is write the primary proposition using the variables P, Q, and R. So primary proposition is a sentence that has either a true or false value. So in this first sentence, if Ahmad takes a walk, then it is not raining. We can put P on Ahmad takes a walk, and then after then we can put Q, it is not raining. Okay, but because this has a not, and this is a normal Q, we will not put the not in the sentence. And for the next sentence, if it is not raining, then Siti will go shopping. So this will be negation Q, and this is we can put SR. So Siti does not go shopping equals to negation R. Next, the question tells us to write all the premises using the variables in A. So each of these sentences before a full stop is a premise. Each and every one except this last one, because this one has therefore, which means it is a conclusion. Okay, so to guide us, we have this table which has these operators to show us what to put in between the propositions. So for premise 1, sentence 1, if Ahmad takes a walk, P, then it has if and then, which is a conditional operator. So we put the arrow P, arrows, not, we have to put negation here, not Q. So that is premise 1. Okay, so for premise 2, if it is not raining, Q, not Q, sorry, because it has not, then Siti will go shopping. So we use then again, which is a conditional operator. So we put an arrow, will go shopping, R. So not Q, arrows R for premise 2. So for premise 3 is Siti does not go shopping. So that is just not R. Moving on, the question tells us to use the rule of interference to find the conclusion of the argument. Okay, so first we write the 3 premises we got from the last question, and then from here it's pretty basic. We just look at this table of rules, and we find the best one to simplify our premises. So first, I think what would be ideal is to use this syllogism rule, the first one, because we have two implies premises here, which gets us P implies R. So now we have not R and P implies R, and for these two I think it's best to use modus tollens, which will we get not P. So when you can't simplify anymore, that will be the final conclusion. So our final conclusion is Ahmad doesn't take a walk.
Hi Afiq, I have a problem on switching network question. The question needs us to use laws of logic to determine logical equivalence and draw the switching network to represent the simplified network. So, can you give me an example question? Thank you in advance.
Okay, first, if we have the question like this, we don't have to panic. And first of all, we need to write a logical expression. For this is P or Q and not P. So the equivalent, if you look at this expression, we can use the distributive law like this. P and not P in bracket or Q and not P. So this is a distributive law. Next, in this case, we can use the inverse law in this expression. So this become to C or in bracket Q and P not P. So this is a inverse law. In this case, C and this bracket, we can use the identity law and we get Q not P. This is the identity law. So this is the final answer, and if the question need we to draw the switching network, we just draw the terminal A and B, started with Q and not P. That's it.
Hey Nick, I have something in mind. How do we determine the row that we need in our truth table?
Great question by Adam. So to determine the number of the row, we should look at the variable. For instance, that question I just answer is only have two variable, which is A and B. So the truth table will only have 4 row and it will become true, true, false, false, and for the B it will become true, false, true, false. Else, if it have 3 variables such as A, B, and C, it will become 8 row as 4 true in column A, 4 false. In column B, it will have true, true, false, false, true, true, false, false, and C it will become true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. So it is very important for you to look at how many variables you got in the statement.
Hey Martin, I have a question, Martin. Okay, can an argument have no conclusion, Martin?
The answer to that is no, it cannot. All arguments must have a conclusion but may have 0 premises.
To conclude all of this, logic is applied both consecutively and unconsecutively in our daily decision making. It logically helps us to understand reasoning behind the issues, which could be applied in other issues as well. For instance, throughout our consecutive life, each of us always aimlessly dream of pursuing a path.
Finally, We are grateful because we managed to complete this video presentation within the time given by our lecturer, Ms. Hidayah. This assignment cannot be done without the extraordinary cooperation and effort of our group members. We are also very thankful that Ms. Hidayah gave us a lot of guidance and help in completing this assignment and taught us in this course. Last but not least, we would like to express our gratitude to our family members who have always given us encouragement and support over the time.